Welcome back, my friends. We have to talk about impeachable offenses that this president has already committed in his first 10 days. 10 days! And he went golfing 3 of those days. Wow. I don't know. He removed all of the people running the government, and then he went golfing. And now we have a plane crash. And he's like, oh, it's Biden's fault. Well, Biden didn't go golfing. And most importantly, Biden is not the president. On January 20th at 12, you took the office of president, which means everything that happens after that day is your fault. It's on you. The buck stops at your desk. Not Biden. He's not president anymore. He's out golfing. Yeah, because now he can golf. He's not president. But you seem to think you can keep golfing and still being president, and then a plane goes. And you think, oh, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything. Oh, yes, you did. Let's talk about it. What did President, and I use that term loosely, Trump do? Well, I have a little thing that reminds me because I can't remember all this stuff. So let's look at it. Impeachable offense promising for people to resign from federal office, and he will pay you for the next 8 months. You would think, why is that impeachable? The president cannot allocate money from the Treasury. That's number one. He can't give these people a salary for 8 months if they resign. Congress has to approve that. They didn't. They didn't even ask for it. They didn't even know. Trump thinks he can just do this. Impeachable. Number one. Why you say, oh, it's impeachable? Why? It is not in the power of the president to do this. Right? Anytime a president does something that is not within his power, he is impeachable. Let's move on to number 2. Impeachable offense number 2. Cutting government funding that he is not allowed to do as president. This is funding by law by the Congress. The president cannot stop funding. This goes back to what we talked about. Congress makes the laws. They say, fund this bridge, pay these kids, fund Medicare, fund Medicaid. Whatever they do, that's a law. They have to pass it, and it's law. The president cannot change the law. No. He is the executive. Executive, not dictator, executive. Executive means he has to carry out the laws that were passed by Congress. So if they say we need to feed the alligators in Florida, he has to feed the alligators in Florida. That's the law. He can't say, oh, I don't want to feed the alligators. That's not his job. He can't change the law. He can go to Congress and say, I don't really like feeding the alligators. Can you change the law? Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it's the law and he has to enforce it. Impeachment number 2. Now, impeachable offense number 3, lying to the people about a plane crash and blaming it on DEI. He has no evidence of that. He has no information to give the public. He is usually using it as political speech on national TV. That is lying to the public, and that is illegal. He can't say, oh, it was DEI. Do you have any evidence to present? Oh, no, I'm just smart. No. Impeachable offense number 3. He lied to the public on national TV. So now the GOP are complicit, and they should be also prosecuted, because if they don't bring impeachment against the president, they are in on the scam and they should be prosecuted. Now, here's the thing. The Supreme Court said that Trump has certain immunities. Well, that has to be, sorted out in court. Guess who doesn't have any Supreme Court immunity? All of the GOP in the House and the Senate. They can be tried in court. They can be hauled off by the police. They can be also impeached, because they have no presidential immunity. That's why I don't know why would they stick with Trump. Yeah, he can go to court and he has the Supreme Court and he can go and he can drag this out for years. The GOP have none of this. They can be prosecuted in their own state. Yeah, because they're state representatives. When they go home to Alabama, they can be arrested and put in jail because they are complicit in a federal scheme, conspiracy to defraud the public, which they did on public TV. Seriously, we can all go to YouTube and see him saying all this bullshit about DEI and DEI this and DEI that. And did any of them say anything about this? Did they say, no, he's not speaking the truth? Did they say, oh, he needs to be impeached? No. That means they are accessories to the crime. Are you that freaking stupid? Have you never been arrested? I'm sure most Republicans have been arrested for one thing or another, right? DUI, Hagfesh, yeah, the guy that just appointed to, the Pentagon, yeah, rape, yeah, most of the GOP. They have, what do you call it? Text messages. They are afraid of having a committee hearing because the people they want to bring up have text messages asking them for sex. And they're afraid, oh my God, if they have to give over their phones, most of my GOP members are going to go to jail. And I know most of my listeners do not vote for these people. But if any of you actually voted for Trump, I hope you get everything you want. Actually, everything you want. And ask your mom to visit you in jail. Have a nice day.